I've already gone over what the basic concept of a city state is. Uh, Also, I want to point out one thing here. See this warrior here? This Palanque warrior? He's the reason I'm at the city state. I am not within distance to see the city state. As you can see, there are unexplored tiles here. He's the one. He told me, yeah, that's where the city state is. Okay? So I haven't even gone up there and met the city state per se as far as getting on their borders. I just wanted to point that out because you could meet his warrior anywhere, and his city state could be halfway around the world. Although, really, the city states don't move their warriors halfway around the world, but they will move them some distance. And you might be wondering why you met the guy and not notice the warrior. All right. So now we have a new button up in the top right. It's city state button. Okay. Before we go in there, let's talk about the envoys. You gain envoys by gaining influence points. After you get a certain number of influence points, you get an envoy. That kind of depends on your government and your policies as far as how many, and also the era of the world, ancient era, classical era, modern era. Okay. So what this is telling us over here is that we will get one envoy at 100 influence points. We currently have 9 influence points. We are getting plus 1 influence point per turn. And it advises us that governments and policies are the primary sources of influence points. All right. And next we will go up here to the city states. It's a new button that has appeared right next to our world rankings. And open that. And this shows us an overview of our city states and shows us Palanque as the only city state that we've met. There is also another screen here. If I click on Palanque, that shows a more detailed information on Palanque city state itself. Okay, I'm going to go back to that and show you that if you click on their banner of the city, it brings that city state up. And also you can go back to the overview from there. Okay. So we will go over this interface for us. However, I think it would be more beneficial if I went into the Palanque interface first for specific information on this city state and come back to this and explain what is happening on this list view, because we will have learned some concepts in here. Okay, so let's go through this specific city states detail screen. Okay, I have really no idea what they call it, but I'm calling it the city state detail screen. The first thing we see here is this icon on the top, and this icon represents that this city state focuses on scientific stuff. Okay, so each city state has a type of thing that they focus on, such as faith or religion, I should say. It says same thing. Okay, and so their bonuses reflect that. Okay, the next thing you see here is the name of the city state. Right below that, you see declare war. If you directly declare war on a city state, all of the envoys that you sent to that city state will be destroyed. Okay, they'll take them out and cut their heads off. Okay, and you'll be prevented from sending additional envoys until that war has been resolved. Any active quests that you have with the city state, if you declare war, will also be canceled. When it says direct declaration of war, what it means is I came in here and clicked this declare war button. It does not mean just because you're at war with Palanque. Okay? There are times when you will be at war with Palanque, but you will not have declared war on them. Okay? And your envoys are safe. Okay? And that happens because different civilizations have influence over a city state. Okay? And if you go to war with a major civilization who is the top influencer of a city state, then that city state will also be at war with you. Okay? And they will send their units, etc. They will participate in that war. The next button here is levy military. What does that mean? That basically means you're going to pay gold to, use their military as mercenaries for a period of time. That period of time is going to be the shorter of 30 turns or until somebody else has the most influence over the city-state beyond you. Okay? You can only do this when you have the most influence over the city-state. That status is called suzerain. Okay? And when you're suzerain, you can levy the military. You'll see that in this case, it takes 80 gold to temporarily take control of its military units. If I remain suzerain for 30 turns, then at that time, those military units will be returned to Palanque. Okay? If somebody else becomes suzerain before that 30 turns is up, then the military units will return to the control of Palanque. If you're at war with somebody and you've levied Palanque's military, and that enemy that you're at war with becomes suzerain of Palanque, when they become suzerain of Palanque, the military goes to Palanque, not the enemy, so you don't have to worry about the guys that are in your territory that you're renting from your, hiring as mercenaries from Palanque turning on you. Okay? First, they'll be removed from your territory, but they'll be under Palanque's control until your enemy spends the money to levy them as military, which they might do, but at least they won't be in your territory. They'll be right outside your territory. Okay, that's about that. And then this next section is the city-states report, which is split into 3 different sections: envoy sent, influenced by, and quests. Okay? So let's go through these. We have sent 0 envoys to Palanque because we have yet to earn an envoy. If we do send an envoy, these are the bonuses. For 1 envoy, we get a +2 science in our capital. With 3 envoys, we'll get a +2 science in every campus district, +2 science in our capital. If we send 6 envoys, we will get +2 science in every campus, also +2 science in every campus district, also +2 science in our capital. So obviously this is cumulative. Okay. And this last part is if we are suzerain of the city-state, which here it says 3 envoys are required to become suzerain. That's what the little star means, suzerain. That means you're the most influential civilization on the city-state. If you have 3 envoys and more than any other civilization, so if another guy got 4, you're not suzerain. Okay? You might have 3, but some other guy's got 4, so you're not suzerain. Then we would receive Palanque's unique bonus, which is city growth rate is 15% higher in cities with a campus district. Like that. That's nice. Okay. These are all the different bonuses that you get from Palanque if you are suzerain, and they're standard across all city-states. Okay? If we're suzerain, the city-state follows us into war and peace with other major civilizations. So, or players, but that's what it means, major civilizations. players can include computer players. City-state lands become friendly territory when we're suzerain, and our units can move there, heal there, and upgrade there. Okay? And normally they need to be, well, you can heal in neutral territory. Okay. But you get the healing bonus that you get when you're in your own territory healing, which is more than when you're in neutral territory out in the boonies. When we're suzerain, our builder units from our civilization can go to Palanque and improve the tiles. We have a 3-tile line of sight around the city-state when we're suzerain. We can pay gold to temporarily take control of their military, which is the levy military. Okay. And last but not least, we gain ownership of all the city-state's resources, of which Palanque currently has none. So we'll move on to the influence by. This shows all the different civilizations that have influenced Palanque, the city-state. Unmet player. Okay, and they have one envoy. That's what that little one means. One envoy. So someone has already sent a envoy to this city-state, and we haven't even earned an envoy. We've only got 9 influence points, and we need 100 influence. What's going on here? What's going on here is the first civilization to meet a city-state automatically gets an envoy. So somebody else met Palanque before we did, which means there's somebody right around us right here, another civilization. Okay, that's not another city-state. Okay, that's a major civilization, which would be a computer player, one of 11 computer players that are in this current game that I'm playing. Okay, and so that's what that's about. He got a free envoy because he met this city-state first. I would have probably met the city-state first, except there was a barbarian outpost in the way. So he got that bonus, and we did not. And this last part is, there's one quest from Palanque, and it goes into the details of that quest. Construct a campus district, and the reward will be 1 envoy. Okay, so in the overview, that's the quest. This is the city-state type, scientific. The name. The number of envoys that we've sent to them. And it's going to show the bonuses. When we have 1 envoy, this will be lit up. Nice and blue, I believe. With the science color. And we will be getting +2 science in our capital from this city-state. When we get 3 envoys, we will be getting the +2 science in every campus district, plus the +2 science in our capital, etc., as I went through in the city-state overview. And this shows who the current suzerain is. There is no current suzerain because you need 3 envoys, and then also more than any other civilization. So our unmet dude is more likely to become suzerain of Palanque before we are. And this last little icon here, that just centers us on the city state. We don't know where it is. So if you click that and you're over here, it's just going to move you over there. Okay, that's it. There's a lot more to dealing with city-states, but that's the basic overview, and I will talk about different concepts as we deal with city-states because I don't ignore them. We'll also be getting policies dealing with city-states when we get diplomatic policies, and we will discuss them when we get to that point. There's no sense in going over stuff that you can't see yet.